If you work one-to-one with clients, you've probably realized that every new client means more calls, more support, and less time to grow the business. Most people think that the solution is changing your niche, but the real problem isn't your expertise. It's the way that you deliver your services. In this video, I'm going to show you the shift that allowed me to scale my agency beyond one-to-one work without adding more calls or more time to my calendar. Our agency is a typical service-based business model. We work one-to-one with our clients and provide done-for-you services. It started the way that most agencies typically start with you as the freelancer in the early stages. I mean, my first goal was really just to cover my own startup costs, charge hourly for my time, and reinvest everything that I made back into the business. I was a freelancer. Then you hit milestone number 2, which the key is really on sales and fulfillment. You kind of grow out of that hourly rate freelancer and you work your way into, focusing more on the sales process, how you can increase, your close rate on those calls, what to say on those calls, what people are looking for. On the front facing, you're closing deals, and then on the back side of things, you're making sure that the fulfillment is being delivered at a really high level. And my goal was really just, shift from hourly work to fixed price packages, where it would have a package price, the exact deliverables, and I could deliver on that promise every single time. And it was something that I knew that I was really good at. At this stage in the process, you have a lot of leads coming in the door, you're working with a lot of clients on a monthly basis, and you might have a small team that you've built to help deliver on those promises, and you can work with lots of clients at once. And this is kind of where you hit that ceiling. The more clients that you take on doesn't necessarily mean the more you're going to grow. And I'll get into that in just a moment. But the goal of this specific stage is project management, making sure your team knows exactly what to do and your clients are happy, setting expectations with those clients, managing your team, creating systems inside of your business to make things streamline faster, things like project management boards, ways for your clients to communicate directly with you, ways to organize files so that there's easy sharing back and forth and everything is organized and stored in a central location. There's a lot that you can do at this stage in the process. And that's what allowed us to get to a 7-figure agency. Is we went through these 3 steps in the roadmap, which was hourly rate to focusing on sales and fulfillment, and then focusing on building out a team, building these project management tools, and streamlining the agency. The reason I mention those 3 stages is because you have growing pains at each stage. But when you get to a very high level, what happens is you have the same problems that you had when you were just a freelancer, but they're much bigger now. And that may be something that you're thinking about right now is like, is it what I'm providing to my clients, or is it my expertise, or do I need to change my niche? No, your skill is not the barrier. Your delivery is. And this is how we broke through that service-based model to grow our business beyond one-to-one work. So first of all, we automated our service-based business. Give you an example. When a new client was onboarded, I typically took 3 or 4 different calls, from the sales call to the kickoff call, onboarding, and then answering questions until they were ready to go. We replaced that with a portal that every new client gets access to when they sign on, that has frequently asked questions. It has tutorials inside there. It has videos that break down strategy. It talks about the package that we're working on with them. There's a lot of context that helps answer a lot of those questions and concerns that your clients probably have right when they sign on. That's just an example of one thing. And that took those 3 or 4 calls per client down to one 15-minute kickoff call that they had to complete all of the onboarding action items in order to schedule. We would be discussing the scope of work, we'd be discussing the roadmap forward, and we would have all of their brand guidelines. They would have submitted their form. We would have had their Google Drive with all of their assets inside. We knew we had everything. And then when they were done with that, then inside the portal, we had an Easter egg, it's called, where it pops up that says, now you can book your kickoff call, 15-minute call to get started on the project. And we dove right in. That saved hours every single week. I mean, I'm talking 3 to 4 calls per client per week, and we were signing on multiple clients per week. So that's an example of how we automated the business. Second, we analyzed our customers to identify the pain points. Now, we knew what we were selling, but we never really had an opportunity to look inward at what the real pain points are that our clients were struggling with. And so what I did was I created a really simple system where I would take all of the Zoom calls that I would have, I would record every single client meeting. And after that client meeting, it would basically just get transcribed. So I'd have a transcription of each client call. And then I ran those transcripts through AI to kind of get a summary, to identify some key points from each one. And then it would put that in a spreadsheet. So I'd have the client's name. I would have a couple different fields on the top, like main pain points, what their dream outcome was, what they've tried in the past, their revenue range, and then some really cool things like key quotes that they said during the call that really were like highlighted. So I could go and look by client. I can see all of them at once, and I could see those different quotes. I could see those different pain points. That really helped us to develop our digital products, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So we analyzed our customers, identified these pain points, and then we focused on a traffic system and an offer strategy. Our traffic system was YouTube, these videos right here, reaching more people online, more of our ideal customers and getting in front of them. And then we also focused on our offer strategy, which was digital products. So when I get on these sales calls, I can sell one of our high ticket services, or if they say, hey, I love everything that you're saying, Brandon, and I want that specific dream outcome that you're providing here. I know this will be a great fit, but the problem is, I just don't have the budget right now. We would let all of those leads slip through the cracks. And instead, we have a digital product that we can downsell them on the call. And just that digital product revenue is a huge driver inside of our business, where previously, we'd let those leads slip through the cracks. Now we capture a sale. And then when they go through our digital products, they might be ready to work with us in the future one-to-one. And so we attract those dream clients down the line. We meet people where they're at in their stage of business with an offer that will help them. And the way that we created our first digital product is really important. We took the MVP strategy. So I looked at that spreadsheet and I extracted the expertise that we provide in our one-to-one work, and I created a digital product. We call it the MVP strategy. It's just the simplest version of your course that delivers the most value by solving one specific problem. Now, those courses can be $27, they could be $497, they could be $997. You could see how if you just sold a couple of these each month to those clients who had slipped through the cracks, you would be recouping a ton of revenue. The MVP offer that allowed us to reach more of our ideal clients online was our 10-day course creation challenge. It is a very simple 10-day course that helps someone come up with their course idea, record their course videos, and launch their course on Kajabi. Now, this does a lot for our business. I'll walk through some of the benefits of just having this course, this digital product in our business. One, it generates leads because people are coming through the door from the ads that we run to the 10-day course creation challenge, or they're coming through the door from discovery calls we're taking, and then they're going to that downsell offer. So they're, more leads coming through the door. Second, it establishes trust, social proof, and authority online because everyone that goes through that digital product leaves us a review. And so we have more reviews than ever because people are going through our digital products. More people than we would ever be able to work with are leaving us reviews. It's a way more scalable business model. It helps us launch new offers because we have a massive customer base now where every time we launch something new, it not only goes to our done-for-you service clients, but it also goes to our digital product clients. And then the last one is it just helps us attract more of our dream clients. The synergy that comes from this is incredible. People who, might not have the money at the moment, the budget at the moment, aren't ready, go to the digital products. The people who are ready to go, they go right to you and they actually apply to work with you. And so you're working with like absolute dream clients. Now, I have a model that I've built out where it goes through the different offers that you can start providing as you're scaling beyond one-to-one work. It's not just digital products like courses. There is a lot more to it, and I've outlined it in this document here. If you want access to this document, you can click the link in the description, and I've uploaded all the resources, this one included, that I share in these YouTube videos inside of my Skool community. So you'll get access to this document as well as others from other videos on the channel all in one place. If you want to learn more about scaling beyond one-to-one work, make sure to, first of all, the easiest way to do it is just subscribe to this channel. I create videos like this every single week. And if you want access to myself, my team, and other like-minded service-based business owners like yourself who are working one-to-one with clients, you can join that Skool community. That is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.